13th, 2019. How you doing, folks? Ben here. And for the first time in, well, about 20 months of having this channel, ran into an issue. Brian Nutter couldn't make it tonight, folks. I hope to reschedule with him. He may still jump in yet. We don't know. I've been messaging, but I haven't heard back from him. So instead, we have good friend of the channel, supporter of the channel, Brad Miller, joining me. He decided to do a yeoman job and jump in, and at least for a bit here, folks, and we'll take some questions. And I thought, like say, Brad, you've been a big help to the channel, we'll say, over the last 6 months. And I was like, you know what? I saw you in the chat there, and I was like, hey, screw it. Let's see if Brad wants to jump on. As a bit of a thank you.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. It's different, that's for sure. Although YouTube was messing with me, it told me I was sending too many messages there to start off with. So, who knew you couldn't type a whole word, it's one line at a time.
Well, yeah, I think it's volume of messages.
So, but what the heck?
I hear you. Well, I think, I made an adjustment that should be fixed now. So that's all I'm saying.
All right.
Let's see. Who do we have in the chat here? We've got yourself all over the chat. I see it. Yeah. We've got Upside Down. Hey, brother. We got Joe Hervey 84. We've got some guy named Ben Coombs. I don't know who that is. Terry's GG&G, moderator to the stars, in the house. We got Brack Stubblefield tuning in from the greater Nashville area. Music Therapy Laz is here, not just lurking, folks. My lovely sister Amanda, who I'm going to be hanging out with tomorrow before doing the Canuck show. George Lack,
Amanda.
Nick KB Music. Hey, Nick, good to see you, man. Metalhead Hippie. Cousin Todd Flowers. Dana, New Jersey. Wow, lots of people. I think. Oh, there's Mozzie.
Probably not.
Hey, hey, Driddle.
Let's see if this works. Hey,
Mike Rody.
Let's see.
BC Rich 581. Rob 212. Chat skipped ahead.
Yeah.
Thomas Santiago. Zach Thong. There, I think we got everybody in there. Yeah, you can spam away as much as you want, Upside Down, or at least you can try. Craig Tomlinson. So there's always someone jumps in right at the wire, right? Any new gear? Joe Hervey asks. Well, let's see. Since this time last week, I got a bass and 5 pedals come in. So thanks to you fine folks, I ended up picking up that bass. Haven't told the owner yet, but I'm getting the bass.
Well, hopefully he won't charge you like rental fee until you actually can pay for it. So.
Oh no! Well, that was the thing. I'm basically storing that in the Ernie Ball for him, and if I can sell them for him, great. Do some work on them, get them playing tip top, demo them. The usual stuff.
Right. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, thanks, Joe.
I have a sort of new guitar. Haven't quite figured out yet how I'm going to work it out, but working on it.
I know that feeling.
Yeah. But hold on. Let me grab it real quick.
While you do that, and there's the supplier of all those wonderful pedals, JP Page 2 in the house. Thanks again, brother. We will demo all that gear and give them all good homes. Well, except for that Akai phaser. That ain't going anywhere.
All right, there we go.
BEAU to full. So what's the story on that?
It is authentic. I have been hunting a Tobacco Burst Les Paul for quite some time.
I get that.
And can't seem to find it. And the worship leader at the church I play at, he is a rescuer of guitars.
Oh yeah,
it's the best way to describe it. Yeah. So anyway, he's letting me try that one out, see how it works, and we'll see what happens. But awesome. It's one of those things that not 100% sure, because it's not really what I want, but maybe it'll get me to where I want to get to eventually.
All not flipping.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, welcome PJ and the Beard, aka the Beard. Janice, good to see you. And somebody else jumped in. Not man, Alan. Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping in.
No, Joe, that was not a gold top. It's actually a honeyburst. It's a satin finish, and it's got 490 pickups in it, which are not my favorite. So that's part of the other problem with that. So, but it's got a nice neck on it. That's the.
And those satin bursts, a lot of those, if you use the right polishing compound, you can polish them out to a gloss anyways.
Right.
Not that Shanahan did that with one of his guitars and upped the value by a couple $100.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, like I think he had one of those, like an LPJ or whatever that line was. You know, they basically look like a studio, but I think they had dog inlays.
Yes.
Yes. With the trans red finish. That's what it was. He buffed that.
Yeah, he has one of those too, the LPJ. But that's more of a 50s neck, so it's a little bit fatter neck.
Yeah.
I like the 60s, the slim neck myself. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm the same way. It's like it could be thinner. They're like it's a violin neck. Yeah, it could be thinner.
Well, I have a very thin neck guitar, so that's not a problem. But for whatever reason, you play that long enough, it seems to hurt my hand. So
yeah, I hear you on that.
But
so yeah, so you've been playing it a bit. You're trying to bond with it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm. The hard part I'm having justify is it seems to play just the same as my PRS SE. It's an SE, but so thinking about throwing a different pickup in it, like a super distortion, and that'll get me closer to where I wanted to get. Gonna do, hopefully this works out on Tuesday. So I'm gonna plug me for a minute if you don't mind. So
plug away, sir. Plug away.
On Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, gonna try and do a live stream. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to schedule it or not because I'm having issues getting that part worked out. But me and OBS don't get 100% along. So, but that particular guitar, one of the things I was looking at was I found a picture of the original guitar and reminiscing, and so I was going to kind of do a little show on that and throw out my my stump the band question too, and hopefully Upside Down isn't going to cheat again, but not that I'm accusing him of anything, but I'm pretty sure he Googled the song that I played last time and came up with the obscure answer. So.
Yes. All right. Well, I just tried while we're live to see if I can change the title of the stream. So we'll see what happens there. Hey, Fruitcake Tony, Jasco Plumbing Supply, our Bronx brother in the house. Good to see everyone. Somebody was asking, is the Ernie ball still up for sale, or am I trying to scoop it? Well, you know, I do believe last Sunday and or Monday, we did start an Ernie Ball fund with the super chats on the channel. So I'm just going to say, hopefully I can scoop it. And hello to my niece, and hello to the original Paramutant. Yeah, I played it. It's put away now, but the more I played it, the more I fell in love with it. Absolute Mayhem, who's probably going to watch this on replay. Hey, Mayhem. He was over, and I'm like, dude, you got to buy my EVH. You got to buy my EVH. He goes, I prefer your EVH. And I was like, I know, I want them both, but I don't know if I can swing both. Hey, Gary Tholander. Been lurking most of the day. Arthritis in my hands is pretty bad today, so I've been avoiding typing. All right. I'll say on behalf of Gary, hello to everyone, so he doesn't have to type in hello to everybody.
All right.
How much does it cost? I think we're asking around 1,500 Canadian to start on the Ernie Ball because it's a Access Super Sport made in the USA. But all my guitars, for the most part, are put away right now because I'm moving in a couple of weeks. So
I don't know. You still got a lot of stuff back there you got to pack up, man.
Yeah, fortunately, the amps are against the wall. The pedals will go into a few milk crates. Yeah. And that's one of those. Do I bother putting all the pedals back in the boxes? And probably yes.
You still have the boxes.
Most of them I do. Crazy enough.
Uh-oh.
BC Rich, so it's like $13 US. You've been watching my demos, BC Rich. Oh, cool. Apparently the title change did work, considering I titled the stream and set it up in StreamYard, but I went into YouTube Creator Studio and changed the title of it. And it let me.
Nice.
Yes. Suggest me a chorus pedal. All right. What's your budget? My knees hurt. I'm moving one town to the east, Craig. Instead of living on the west end of Trenton, I'll be living on the west end of Belleville. So I'll be closer to my sister. And if money isn't an object, my knees hurt, I would say a Boss CE2 for a chorus pedal.
I have a job and a credit card.
Well, a job and a credit card.
Well, then there you go.
You know, if you can find a mod tone aqua chorus before they went to the smaller form factor, yeah, I love my mod tone aqua chorus. It's very similar to the CE2, but I generally look for something in the CE2 side of things.
So this was the one that I got from. Oops, hold on. Got to find the camera there. There we go.
The Corona chorus.
The Corona.
Yeah,
this is the mini one.
With them. A lot of people love those. I just can't bond with it for some reason.
I found that pretty much where the knobs are set right now is about the best sound.
Yeah.
Now, apparently you can download different people's
the tone prints
in there. I've never tried that. But usually I just turn it on when I need that course and leave it on. And it's usually on a clean setting. So, but I've seen these locally. I don't know where you're at.
I can get a Ardens. Actually, I don't think Ardens carries TC anymore. I think they're clearing out what stuff they have.
I mean, I've seen them used at about $50.
Yep. Yeah, great little pedal. I just, it doesn't work for me for whatever reason. But Nick is saying his favorite chorus is the Jam Waterfall Analog Goodness. Nice. Dan New Jersey says, I love my CE2 Voice of God. Nice. I think it was Fruitcake. Tony, I'm moving one town east. SDMF in the house. Boss MD 500 has some amazing chorus effects. I bet it would have like the C2, C3, all that stuff in there. Emulate as much. Oh, David Ennis. Hello. Pete Hickson. Hello. Boss CH1, less dollars, real cheap, and small moon nano chorus. Nice. See, that's what I love about our community, right? Everybody has an opinion, you know, and they're all generally good. And you'll get different price points. You know, like here's a bunch of chorus pedals, range from $50 to $500. Todd Flowers still has his combustible lemons for sale. Speaking of which, we haven't seen Lawrence in the chat yet, but I do want to mention, as of today, and I believe tomorrow at least, all mini pedals from Lawrence Petros are 30% off. I'm not saying he's getting out of the mini pedal business, but I'm saying all of his mini pedals are 30% off, folks.
Now, I did like that little mini 87 that he had.
Wasn't that crazy?
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah. The only drawback, the fixed presence, which I do mess with the presence as I look down at mine. That's the only regret. Actually, I must not have had mids either, because I think he said it was limited to 4 knobs. And I'm looking down. That's 6 on the 87, right?
Yep.
Wow. SDMF enlisted in the U.S. Army. I will go to boot camp next week. Cross fingers. Fingers crossed, buddy. Be safe. Nick likes the Cocapelli. That's a great pedal. Upside Down says he needs the 30% off the 87. He doesn't need to 30% off the 87.
Yeah,
that's the thing, right?
Thing is he doesn't have to. I would have one of those at 30% off, believe me.
Yeah. Hey, Eddie Van Hasko says, hello, Ben. Hello, Amparella. Hello, chat room people. Oh, Nick says it's also 30% off. Oh, the Cocapelli is. Oh, nice. Yes, I mentioned to, I was talking with Lawrence after he was on earlier today with Guitar Hack. He's like, how was the show? I said, great, man. You guys covered a lot of stuff. And of course, in Guitar Hack and me being that different in personalities, like Hack, I'd say half the show, he talked about stuff that in 3 shows I've done with Lawrence, I haven't talked about. You know? It's like we always joke about that. I'm like, Lawrence and I will finish up a show and we're talking off air, and I'd say, never did talk about your teaching, really. He goes, yeah, we talked about it for 3 minutes. I'm like, never talked about the part you toured North America 20 times. He goes, nope, never talked about that. I'm like, nope.
I kind of poked at him a couple times about his playing days, but he, at least when he was on your show twice there, and he never really opened up about that too much. But man, he's got some killer videos from back when he was touring. That guy is one hell of a guitar player, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, and that's the thing, he's such a nice guy, clean cut, self-deprecating. And just after I met him, I remember, because I don't even think we had exchanged phone numbers yet. We were talking through email, and he sent me a photo of himself on stage back in the day.
Right.
And here's this long hair playing an RG, rack gear up the wazoo. And I'm just like, you rock star.
Yeah, I know. And he doesn't have a lot of that. He doesn't have that music out there either.
No. I have a feeling he was probably one of those guys, and I'm just guessing, folks. I think he was one of those guys that got just about that, whether signed and an album gets put in the vault and never gets released, something. I think he got that close. He was definitely. Right. You don't tour North America that many times and not have some form of following.
Yeah, we need to kind of poke at him to put more of his older music out there. I think he wants to separate that, but man, it is some good stuff. It's really good, and
he knows his stuff. Like,
it's
just ask Dr. Dave. He'll tell you. Lawrence is a great teacher. I was like, he is, because he'll start talking to me, and I'm like, dude, you got to dumb it down. He goes, I am dumbing it down. I'm like, no, you need to dumb it down more. I'm like, do you teach kids? Like, that's where I'm at. My niece hurts asking who we're talking about. Lawrence Petros of Lawrence Petros Design, who also has his stuff. Somebody else asked who had 30% off. It's Lawrence Petros Design. If you search for him on Reverb, you'll see all of his mini pedals are 30% off.
Buy them today.
Buy now. Yeah. Tell him Ben sent you. Tell him Brad sent you.
Exactly. I need a commission.
That's right. Oh, we lost Brad, folks. Hopefully Brad will jump back in. My niece hurts checking out the pedals now. Awesome. Thank goodness there was no video footage of my punk rock band days. I'd totally check that out, Todd. I would totally watch that. He's running to the LPD sale.
That. Oops.
Well, somebody mentioned, I just ran out to check those deals on those pedals.
That's right. I gotta not touch the buttons. Don't touch the stuff. Just leave things alone. Oh, man.
There's a Love Pedal secret sale winding down now, too. The Beard says. Interesting. Damn! Upside down. Thanks, buddy. Damn.
Oh,
Hey,
look
Miss
at that.
Moseley. I
Phil
didn't
put
say
the
hello
link up.
already. He's throwing around those fins. That's $5 more for the Ernie Ball Fund. Awesome. And hopefully tomorrow I'm booking my flight to NAMM.
Awesome.
Yes.
I'm working towards summer NAMM, only because that just timing wise would work out better for me. So
Very cool.
we'll see. We'll see. Try and get in with the guys from time. So
Awesome. Oh, cool. I will check that out a little later, the beard. Appreciate that. They may already be marked down, my knees hurt. How late you staying tonight? Got stuff to do. I'll jump back in after bed. Oh, I'll be going at least another hour and a half. We'll see how it goes. No chance of winter NAMM for me, but next summer I'm really going to try and make it over. Cool, Phil.
yeah, I think you owe me a beer, Phil. Oh, or maybe I owe you one. I don't remember, but
Well, see, that's the best way, right?
yeah, one of us or both of us will trade.
Exactly.
What the?
See, they are all marked down to 29%. Upside down says. Okay.
Okay, I don't get what SDMF just said.
Ben and Brad, buy your pedals in the dark market. FBI spying the stream. That's illegal. Kicks Brad. Oh, they don't. They're not watching us. Hey, Guitar Man 45.
Yeah. Yeah, if they're worried about me, they got a problem.
Yeah. If you're watching some long-haired Canadian, you got real issues.
Yeah.
Jesus. I just sent you an email, Phil Moseley. And there's the FBI. That's too funny. I don't know who did that, but that's funny. I don't care who you are.
That's
Doing
pretty
well,
good.
Guitar Man 45.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't have any illegal Chinese knockoffs here.
Hey, I only play authentic here.
Yeah, but then again, it's not illegal to buy. And I just say they're pieces of art anyways. It's somebody's idea of what a Gibson looks like.
Oh, man. That actually was pretty funny.
Well, if you're new to the channel FBI, feel free to subscribe.
Yeah, we need to get Ben up over, what's the number we're shooting for?
Ideally, I'd like to be at 2,000 by NAMM, but I just hit back to 1410 today, so...
Oh.
Hey, Crowbar. Play autistic, rock your Asperger's off.
Nice.
Elite Fitness.
So FBI, I don't think you should be overseas raiding Harley Benton. That might not fare too well with the Germans anyway. Just saying.
Nick says no thumbs downs yet. I had one on this stream yesterday. And then it was gone today. So I don't know if they thought they were hitting it twice, and I don't know.
Okay, I confess I did that accidentally, but
the best was last week. I didn't even give it. I usually will give my own stream a thumbs up, you know, because hey, I like my work. And before I even had a chance, I go 0 thumbs ups, 1 thumbs down. I'm like, really, dude? You're more dedicated to it than I am.
Nice.
Yeah. Maybe they're I don't know, all the haters are Canadian and they had too much turkey already and they're all asleep, so.
Yeah, you guys are off on your Thanksgiving there. I don't get that whole thing.
Well, you see, I figured this out as a kid. Now, don't quote me on this, but the reason we're a month earlier than you is it's colder here sooner. So our harvest would be sooner as a result.
Okay.
That's my guessing.
All right. I'll buy that.
Yes. But I believe it's Columbus Day for you guys tomorrow.
I don't know. I got a work day.
So it's, yeah. Well, the same as, yeah, I think Thanksgiving Monday, it's like banks and courthouse are closed, but everyone else is still business as usual.
Everybody else got to go to work. That's right. Nice crowbar.
Well, on that note, I'll have a sip. Yeah. Eddie, we have Thanksgiving first because Jesus loves us more. Sure.
I think you got your holidays kind of mixed up there, but okay, we'll take it.
BC Rich thought it was early due to the metric calendar. Gibson, Nashville. Hello. Welcome. Please subscribe.
Missed that one.
Pumpkin pie and strawberry rhubarb par tomorrow. Pumpkin is scratch. Nice. Did you do the Hot Wheels doing the burnout with whipped cream? I saw that come up in my memories last Thanksgiving. Somebody took a Hot Wheels, put it on top of pumpkin pie, and used whipped cream as all the smoke for a burnout.
NASCAR pumpkin pie.
Yeah. The Great Pumpkin loves us more, so there. Thanksgiving poutine. Oh, I'm sure it's out there. Turkey gravy, cheese curd, French fries. Boom. 5 p.m. All right, so I have time to get back here. So if I start late tomorrow, folks, I apologize now. But I will be finishing right at 9 because it seems everybody's going live after that. We got Phil Moseley going live 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. We've got PJ and the Beard at 9:30. Possibly Pete Thorne, if he goes live again, will be tomorrow night at 9.
He snuck that one in today.
What's first tomorrow? Oh, yeah. 6-string Brian will be on. Yeah, I know. I didn't realize that, was it Paul Ewing jumped in China Mike's chat and said, hey, you're over here. You know, Pete's been live for half an hour. So I literally have both open at the same time because we know we've seen Pete's chat prior to me moderating him, and it was bad. So, and then sure enough, I went in there and they're like, somebody's mouthing off. I'm like, well, you know, Pete can also moderate his own stuff. He was doing it before me.
Takes him a while to get caught up with things, though.
We have Fender and Fender Mexico in here. We got all the brands joining us tonight, folks.
All right. Make sure you sub. Hit that bell.
Yep. If you want a gear review, send it to me.
That's it.
My name is Ben. I'm here all week.
Wait, we need Epiphone. You just did one of those.
And Rick Gatto will be on Tone Talk tomorrow night at 9 as well.
Wow.
Yeah. Jesus.
The trolls. Oh. Nice.
I thought Cousin Todd had one of those as well. There we go. Apparently the Florida crew got some wrenches. Just saying.
I just know got one. Where's Soda so I can time him out?
In first act as a moderator.
The first act. Boom.
Hey, there's Elvis Band. Aaron, good to see you, sir.
There you go.
Just Gibson, saying earlier that the two of us will be booking our flights tomorrow.
It's real, Gibson, Nashville, I promise.
PJ and the Beard went to Gibson Nashville's channel. No content. Must be authentic.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Oh man.
ESP Guitars USA. Hello. Did someone say metal single cut? Well, we're going to have a lot of views tonight, if nothing else. Even if this is all the same guy who's got all these accounts. It's all views. Please subscribe. I'll take this.
He must type really fast.
Yeah. I need basically at least 2 subscribers a day to get to 2,000 by NAMM.
I also make V shapes. Awesome.
I need to get a V-shaped guitar at some point.
Yeah, I'm not into. Just can't do it. I know Todd's got at least one. I'm
Very
pretty
nice.
sure.
Jackson SL3, welcome. Excuse me, ESP, hold my beer. When is NAMM? I think NAMM is around, I want to say like the 16th of January through 20th, in around there. Oh, that sucks. Crowbar had to subscribe again today. Google wiped out all my subscriptions. Well, you could have been one of the 10 I dropped in the last 2 days. That's true. There we go. Tom Harker says, if 50 people make 28 new accounts each day, Ben will be golden.
There we go.
That's right. And they all have their own dedicated laptops, and you can play my videos on endless loop.
Oh. Can I make affordable?
Although that doesn't, yeah, upside down saying the same thing happened to him. I have a Jackson. That was what? My birthday present to myself this year.
I have an old school Court. Court Guitars USA.
That sounds rather odd. I was thinking
that one, I think that's a contradiction in terms there.
Yeah. Now, see, with the all caps there, now that just sounds like I wandered into the basement of Winter NAMM. I make great guitars, $200 US. You got a garage? You're a distributor. Sorry if that accent sounded racist at all. I did not mean that. But man, it's a crazy world down there.
Oh, actually, I would feel right at home down there.
Oh my God. You would, but my God, it is literally like you're looking at all that crazy stuff, and it's like you went from professional trade show to flea market bazaar thing going on. You're like, do I smell ramen cooking? Like, what the hell?
Nice. Oh man, very nice.
Yeah, we saw a bit of it in Nashville, Aaron. That one wall right along the outside wall of the place. I guess that'd be the north end of the building. Past where Rev and them were. Right along that first wall. It was a lot of that weird stuff.
So Gibson and Court are having an argument here.
Sure. Only brand with a guy's name. I'm like, well, the big two, Fender and Gibson, are both named after Orville Gibson and Leo Fender.
And
Tom's going to refinish his Strat Olympic White. Sorry, RJ. Too bad, RJ. And RJ isn't here to defend himself.
Oh. White.
Really? Heritage is, in fact, still in business. Interesting.
Oh.
Hey, there's Lawrence.
And there is Lawrence.
We were talking up, buddy, doing the big blowout of the mini pedals, The fact that you're not posting enough of your old band footage or any audio clips. We want to hear the old music.
Yep.
We want to hear it. See, and you weren't here to defend yourself, so it's been decided pretty much. So
the two of us voted. So
exactly.
That's 2-1. Tell him, Todd.
Exactly. Rickenbacker. Yeah. Crowbar said you were freezing. I did know. Yeah, you froze for a sec, but he's calling you Nutter. Sure, why not?
Awesome. Yeah, I don't have a workshop.
On the LPD site. Hello, you're what? Somebody's got a lot of accounts. Somebody's having fun. I'll take the clicks. Just, leave a thumbs up with each account, subscribe with each account. That's fine.
Yep. And don't delete them because we want to keep Ben's subs up there. So, yeah.
That's right. Audio sounded like he's using a Tesi Switch. I like that. That's awesome, Craig. Wrap that all in there. And we're trying to get Tesi Switch into some retail environments in Canada. So I got to go out and beat the bushes.
Yeah, he
3
keeps
pedals controlled in 30 minutes on reverb. Lawrence Petros, my knees hurt. Dang! If we're averaging a sale for him every 10 minutes,
nice.
That might offset the amount of gear he sent to me to demo.
Sorry, Crowbar, but the stream keeps freezing here for some reason on my end.
He says, sounds like he's using a Tesi Switch soldered by Kiesel. Well, then it wouldn't work. It wouldn't do anything. Any news on the Tweed pedal, Lauren? That should be out soon, I do believe. Next few weeks. I can't remember. Lawrence and I were talking about ETA on a few pedals rolling out and stuff, and I just can't remember. Hello, Maurice. Oh, we got 53 crazy folks in here. That's crazy. All right, keep the questions and comments coming, folks. We can't think on our own. We're simple guitar players. Now, come on now.
Yeah. Well, I was hoping Tesi was going to jump in here tonight at some time because he keeps asking how many Helix and Stomp owners there are in various chats, saying he has something on the drawing board, but he's not leaving any hints anywhere. So.
I think I know. But I'm not part of that community, so I'm not sure. But I believe covers for the foot switches, like, there's a couple of companies that do those.
Right.
So his will be better because it's Tesi.
Right, of course. And you can get a discount with the code Canucks.
That's right. Save 15%.
Oh, wrong way. Got to go that way. That way with that guy. Everything's backwards. All right.
I just heard from one of, there is somebody right there. Boom.
I didn't test my mic first. Is this working?
It is.
It is. Awesome.
How are you, Phil?
Yeah, all right. All right, thanks. Yourself?
Good to see you, sir.
Yeah, good to see you.
Because I'm probably it's probably good timing because I'm probably going to have to drop off here in a minute. So.
Oh, dear Lord. I just read Aaron's comment. Ben, do you have a mirror in your pocket? Because I can seriously see me in your pants. Okay. So who's not sharing a room with Aaron during NAMM? This guy.
Yeah. Oh man.
Crowbar says, I don't see a nutter, but I see plenty of nuts. Yes, Brian just saw the message, so I'm just checking with him to see about rescheduling. Exactly, Crowbar. Nick's going to hide in Aaron's bag to get to NAMM. I like it. I dig it.
BC Rich is asking, how is the UK today? It's normally cold and wet. We're well out of our summertime now, so yeah, standard British weather.
Oh, look who it is.
Oh.
The man himself.
Welcome.
Hey, man, him more likely.
How about that?
I've been a farm guy today. I built a chicken coop. It's madness around here right now. I carved jack-o'-lanterns. My daughter's running around like a crazy person. So that's what's happening here.
All good, my friend. I brought in some backup because I noticed you hadn't seen the message, so I said to these guys, you want to jump in and shoot the breeze, and if you had showed up, you showed up. You know, I figured if not, we could always reschedule. You know.
No, man, we're in good shape.
Awesome. Well, my first question is, how's the acoustic coming?
Yeah, the acoustic is definitely on the way. I have good night, Doug. I have 2 or 3 in the works currently. I'm finalizing the two Novas that you saw at Summer NAMM were prototypes, and then refined a bit. So the one was all maple, solid maple, and the other one was alder. But I think I've decided that they will, regardless of the pickup configuration or the bridge or tailpiece that I use, that they will be chambered alder with maple top and back.
Ooh.
So they'll be super, super light, practically just float right in front of you, and all you have to do is step up and play it.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I really like that. I've got a question for you from Crowbar asking, how do you come up with your designs?
Man, beer. It really.
And I'm guessing you come up with the beer does the guitar design, but it's got to be LSD does the wiring designs.
No, yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. The designs are done once I sort of landed on using the straight line, angular kind of thing. Now they just sort of come to me. The Astro Captain started life as obviously a typical curvy offset design. And then just in my shop one night, I was like, okay, I've seen this enough. Because I was already making like Strat and Telly kind of things. They weren't real Strat and Tellys, but I was bored with that because I'd seen that and guys do great versions of those already. And the world doesn't need another Fender style guitar from me. So then I just got out the ruler and started straightening out all the curves and stood back and moved around a bunch of lines. And then one big thing that I do is once I kind of have a drawing, then I will put it on some poster board and I'll cut it out and I'll hang it on the wall full size, but in playing position. And then I step back from it for about 15 feet or so, and then just sit there and stare at it for a while and think, okay, does this make sense? Does it look right? Is it heavy to one side? You know, that kind of stuff.
I dig it. My good friend and travel partner Aaron from Albus Band is asking if you're going to be at Winter NAMM.
I am going to be at Winter NAMM. Absolutely. So I will be debuting the actual real versions of the Novas. I will also have, I will be debuting a short scale Astro Captain bass. so 30-inch scale.
Ooh.
And I'm collaborating with a bass player friend of mine of how to do the pickups. So that's the next thing.
Oh, very
We've
cool.
gone back and forth about it's going to have 3 pickups like that regular Astro Captain Electric, but it's what style of pickup though is the big question right now.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Brad, do you have a question for Brian? Or is Brad frozen?
I think I might have frozen.
I get that.
How about you, Phil? Do you have a question for Brian?
I haven't got a question for Brian yet, but I've got an answer for someone in the chat. BC Rich asked how much does the VAT add to a guitar purchase in the UK? It's 20% VAT.
Well, there we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I saw Brad moving. Brad, do you have a question for Brian? Maybe, maybe not. Yes? No, it looks like it's locking up again. Damn it.
And there he goes, just a little.
Yeah, my stream keeps freezing. So tell you what, I'm almost at the hour mark. I'm going to drop off and let somebody more interesting handle this. So
Fair enough. Talk soon, buddy.
all right, take care.
Take care, Brad.
Thank you.
In all fairness, Brad did say he was just going to be able to stay for a little bit, and he did do almost an hour.
Right. No, I'm so sorry that I'm late to this. I ended up my chicken coop took a lot longer than I was expecting, and then like I said, it was jack-o'-lantern carving this evening with the little ones. So skills being utilized all over the place.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. I actually say it's funny because I do these hangouts every Sunday since January of last year, and this is the first time I had anyone even late or anything like that. So I was like, I was due. We're dealing with musicians every week, so.
Yeah, not the most reliable bunch.
Well, it happens.
Exactly. Exactly. It's all good. Well, it was cool. When we met up at Summer NAMM, I got to actually, try out some of your gear, and we got to do that short interview. Entirely too short. We'll definitely do something more during Winter NAMM for sure. Especially since I saw Ryan from 60 Cycle Hums stuff with you, and I was like, damn it, he's a real YouTuber. I got nothing.
Ryan's great. I love that guy.
He is. Yes. And definitely, I can't get past the blendable, or I forget how you mentioned, the blendable coil tap, where you can dial in the second coil.
Variable coil tap. Yeah,
variable coil tap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, instead of just having a switch that kills half of the pickup, basically I put that side of the pickup on a volume control. So as you lower the pot, then you're basically just turning down half of the humbucker, and as you turn it down, of course, you start to increase in hum. But hey, if 60 cycle hum coming out of your guitar was that big of a deal, then every classic record that we have ever heard in our lives would have been cut with Les Pauls with PAFs in it, and that's all there is to it. I mean, you wouldn't have heard Telecasters or Strats or any of that stuff. Once your drummer starts playing, man, nobody cares.
I embrace the hum.
Oh, come on, you gotta.
That's part of it. Yeah, it's like when you're really rocking and you get a little too close to your amp stomping your foot and you get that reverb rattle. It's all part of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. That's a really cool idea as well, being able to blend.
Yeah, it's something I've done as a mod for various folks over the years, either on, as long as we had it works really easily on a Strat or a Strat and a humbucker equipped Strat, or an SG or Les Paul, something where you have a bunch of knobs that you can sacrifice. I had an SG that I used to do that with, and I gave it a master volume and a master tone, and I gave each humbucker their own variable coil cut. So it was a very neat thing. And whenever I decided to do the Novas, I was like, okay, I got to put that on this. Because I don't know how to leave anything alone electronically.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all.
And hello to Hobo Roadie joining us. Texas Toast Guitars. There's Matt. Good to see you, man. We got to catch your show on replay. Another crazy guy who's doing some cool stuff as well. Although, I could get into the paint debate between you and Matt.
Matt just moved into a brand new shop, so that's really, really cool for him. I'm super stoked for him.
Yes, very true. The pin router made the trip.
Oh my gosh! Oh, you can't go out the pin router. He and I have the same pin router. That great big blue jet. I think mine's older. His has some cool features that mine doesn't have, and of course, you can't buy parts for those anymore. They're made out of unobtainium, so you either have to make them or make do.
I hear you. Yeah, the new shop looks great, Matt. I must say. So I've been checking out some of the stuff. I may not comment all the time, but I'll jump in for a few minutes on his live streams while I'm setting up for mine, because he's on right before me each week. So
yeah,
it's all good. So yeah. I remember. I think it was the episode actually that you were on of his, Brian. I jumped in the chat and I'm like, so I take it we're not doing our hangout together, eh, Matt? And he goes, what are you talking about? And I was like, we're going live in 20 minutes, but you guys are having a blast here. He goes, can we reschedule? I'm like, no biggie. No biggie.
That's awesome. Whoops. Matt's a good dude.
Yes. So you have no idea to bounce off Brian. Should be really fun. Matt says, okay. Nice. Lawrence Petros is flogging pedals in the chat. I love it.
Ooh, cool.
And mentioning his band names. Nice.
I would love to do a pedal. I know what I want to do. I just have to. I want to make that a collaboration. That's something that I haven't. There's two guys that I'm consider. I would love to have do that with me, but I haven't reached out yet. They might both tell me to piss off, but we'll see.
Interesting. Curious on that. Well,
I have two amplifiers on the drawing board currently as well. One's a single channel and one's a multi-channel.
Keep that in mind, Mr. Petros. Just saying, wink, wink. George Lackey asked, did I get my tubes? George, I have an unboxing on tomorrow's Canucks with Guitar show. So yes, they arrived on Tuesday.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah, of course. You do a live show on Mondays and your packages come in on Tuesdays. Or maybe actually it might have come in later than that, because I did do one unboxing this week. So I had a box of 5 pedals come in and I'm like, I'm not waiting a week on 5 pedals. We're going live and we're unboxing this.
I hear you.
Let's see here. Tom Harhai says, I don't see anyone telling Brian Nutter to piss off. Well, of course not.
Oh, you need to hang out with me more then. You yourself might eventually do it. Now the pedal thing is something I've been the pedal and amp thing is something I've been super intrigued by for forever. I think I first started being on like DIY Stomp Boxes, the forum in probably like 2002. And then I did the same thing with amps with like Ampage. I started that in like probably 98 or 99 with Ampage and with 18watt.com. And what was the other one? There was another one that was a very, very DIY heavy. I don't remember what it was right now, but it was killer. I love AX84. That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
yeah, so the amplifier thing has always kind of intrigued me. And once the electric guitars really started to take shape, and I kind of developed the retro spacey sort of identity, then that just like opens all kinds of weirdo doors to design things and think of other things that I'll never have time for to go along with that sort of design. So the pedal stuff that I have in my head, it would aesthetically definitely go along with all of that and look like it should be in George Jetson's living room. And the same thing with the amplifier.
I dig it. Yeah, because otherwise you're pretty much limited to playing your guitars through a vaporizer.
Yeah, really. Exactly. Yeah, or my
boom, right off top.
Typically it's in the shop. My test rig is what I call the dad rack, and it's I'm sure you've seen the Instagram feed of rigs of dad, but it's very much like that. It's every piece of 80s gear that I had that was in a rack mount. So there's like there's a rack wah in there. There's a Quadraverb GT. There's a Digitech harmonizer. There's a Roland GP8. The core of it is an ADA MP1. And of course, with that one, you have to have the BBE Sonic Maximizer and the Hush. There's a mixer, and two ADA 212 cabs. So I have this full 14 space rack with two 212 cabinets in stereo as my goof off test rig in the shop. It's normally a nice light brown color from all the sawdust that sort of accumulates all over the place, though.
Right. I got Guitar Man 45 and Crowbar headed out. See you guys. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, did you not post a video not too long ago of a tour of your shop space?
I did.
I thought so, because I remember seeing that rack gear. I'm like, yep, that's pretty much the banishment of rack gear these days. It's in a shop somewhere.
Yep, which is sad, man. I got to tell you, it gets knocked on a lot, but man, the ADA is a phenomenal sounding piece of gear.
Yeah.
It really is. I got the chance to go to Michael Wagner's studio here, and he lives here in Nashville, and that guy was the bassist. He's the guy that created like most of the guitar sounds that I wanted to go after whenever I was a kid. And oddly enough, the majority of them came from one ADA MP1 on the same setting. So if you listen to the first Skid Row record, and you listen to Extreme's Porno Graffiti, that's the same ADA MP1 on the same preset. Nothing changed.
Right.
Just the guitar players. And it's still in his rack on that same preset.
Yeah, and you'll get those guys out there that if that's what they've used forever and a day, their guitar techs know, hit the pawn shops in town. If you see an ADA, pick it up. And it's like, don't worry, we got 14 of them back in the warehouse.
Totally. Buy all of them. Yeah, I think they're super cool.
Let's see. Aaron from Albus Band, who was my cameraman during our interview at Summer NAMM, just wanted to say that just remember this moment in time when he walks up to you at Winter NAMM and says, piss off, not to be totally kicked at him.
That could happen.
Yeah, well, that's Aaron. Every time we do a live stream together, it gets demonetized, so that says something.
That's hilarious.
We couldn't even figure out the last one. We did a hangout together a couple of weeks ago, and we didn't even wear much, let alone any content, themes or anything. It was like, bam, demonetized. I'm like, see, YouTube just doesn't want us hanging out together. He's like, nope, not even that.
That's amazing. Now, where specifically are you in Canada?
I am 100 miles east of Toronto.
Okay.
About halfway across Lake Ontario.
All over that. Yeah. Yeah, I have played all over that area. Every little festival that popped up.
Oh, yes, you did. Oh, I know. Knowing the time frame of your playing career.
In the early 2000s, I played with a Canadian artist named Carolyn Dawn Johnson. Played with her for a long time. I played with I'm from the Wilkinsons. I love her.
Yep.
Both
She
of
grew
them.
up
They're just
8 minutes north of me, dude.
no kidding.
Yeah, the Wilkinsons
Yeah,
are from Wooler, which is literally a village 5-10 minutes north of me.
No kidding. I love them. Them, the Steve and Tyler, all of them. And then another Canadian artist that I also worked with, a fellow named Aaron Lyne. He had a few big tunes here in the States, and I'm not sure what his how well he did in Canada. I'm sure he did great, but
I remember the name.
yeah. And then my girl Sass Jordan, I love her.
Oh, she's a treasure.
I love that girl.
Yep, still doing it.
She used to she came to a gig that we did when I was playing with Keith at the Air Canada Center, and she had a friend with her, and we all went out to dinner, and then came back and had everybody back in the dressing room, and then I went and grabbed an acoustic guitar and made her sing to me.
Nice. Very nice. See you, Jimmy Ray Hawkins. Yes, tomorrow is Thanksgiving Monday in Canada, Matt. So
Really?
what the fuck? Thanksgiving in Canada today? Yep, Thanksgiving weekend here.
I did not know that.
Yes. Yes, and I got some very positive feedback when we met up at Winter NAMM. We took our photo together and we sent it to Angie, who's probably seen you in concert 50 plus times. I'm not going to say her last name on here, but a higher up in Keith's fan club, and did many meet and greets involving you. And she had told me about you. Like, as soon as I started YouTube, she's like, you got to talk to Brian. You got to talk to Brian. And then remember, we're sitting there and I went, wait a minute. And then I was like, we got to grab a photo. And she freaked out over that so much.
Oh, that's great. That is great.
Yeah, the world of small worlds. And of course, being half in the bag, and it's 10:30 at night in California, I'm like, she'll be up. And it's like 1:30 in the morning here. Didn't care.
Yeah.
All right, Lawrence Petros has to head out. See you, Lawrence. Have an awesome one. I'll text you tomorrow, buddy. Awesome. I'm just thrown off about you working with Amanda Wilkinson. I was just thinking, I think it was about 2 years ago, I did a benefit show with Tyler. I think he was going to get up and do some songs with us, but he never did. But
oh, okay.
Yeah, he did a set right after us, I guess. Yeah, because we were the co-headliner of this charity event, which was awesome because it was walking distance from my house, just down the street at an Elks Lodge.
Man, I like playing in Elks Lodge.
So do I.
Yeah, I love playing in Elks Lodge. For real. I keep knocking stuff over here. My wife's worried for my safety, I think.
Well, that's always fun. Mr. Moseley, you were getting asked if you're coming to NAMM, sir.
I just thought, yeah. Well, I think Winter NAMM would be way out of the question this year. But I'm really going to try my best to aim for Summer NAMM next year. And I know, I think that's the one that Mike said he's going to try and aim for as well. So, yeah, maybe me and Mike could get over there together. But definitely Summer NAMM, Nashville. Oh, my screen's just died here for some reason. Yeah, but I'm going to do my best to try and get over there for next summer.
Awesome.
So are you located in the UK?
Yeah, I'm in the UK, yeah. So it's quite in England.
I'm aware
England, yeah.
specifically where.
So just near Liverpool. It's probably the closest city to for an international community to know. So I'm in between sort of Liverpool and Manchester.
NAMM, I've done a bunch of gigs in Manchester as well. NAMM is in Nashville, so that you know, is super hot and really humid. So if you haven't experienced anything like
I'm going to disagree, Brian.
From the
UK. Really?
This year's Summer NAMM, it was actually 2 degrees hotter here than it was in Nashville.
You know what? You're absolutely right. It was quite pleasant this year.
And it was originally supposed to rain all week, but we got lucky.
The year prior, it was disgusting. It was its typical, 300-degree self.
Right. And I must say, damn, Metalhead Hippie. He donated $5 to the cause because Phil's all shy, cute, and quiet over there. So that will be put towards a pint for you, Phil, at Summer NAMM next year.
Looking forward to it. Yeah, it'd be a big trip for me to get over there. So I think the winter one would be just way too off the table this year.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's quite the fall.
Aim for summer. Sounds like I missed the year to go though. If the weather was pleasant this year.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, East Nashville didn't seem quite as bad as I thought it would be. I was getting warnings about staying in East Nashville.
East Nashville used to be horrible. It really did, but it's considerably more gentrified than it used to be. Actually, I think a better term would be hipsterized. But it's really cool now. There's a lot of great stuff going on over there. Actually, one of the cooler guitar shops in town, East Side Music Supplies in East Nashville.
Ah, I'll have to check that out next time I'm down. Awesome.
Yeah,
hello,
they're very
design. Zach Thong, hello. Tom Harhide was asking, Brian, are you still rocking the Sir SL68 heads like a few years ago?
I do have the SL68s. I have a bunch of Sir stuff because I love John. He's first and foremost one of the kindest human beings that has ever been, and I just love that guy. But I have the SL60, the SL68, and SL67. I have an old school PT100 that still says custom audio electronics on it. I have a Sir Strat, and I think I have a Badger 35. So I have, and then piles of pedals, 2 or 3 Shibas, 2 or 3 Riots, just all kinds of stuff.
Very cool. Nice.
Yeah, more crap than I know what to do with or have time for now. That's for sure.
I know the feeling. And somebody was asking, how do you balance time building guitars, playing, family? All the above?
Well, you sacrifice. So I don't play anymore. I mean, on occasion, I'll do. My wife and I just did a gig a few weeks ago, and then I'm also teaching at Musicians Institute Guitarcraft Academy. So I teach people how to make guitars as well. And it's, I don't know if balance is the word I would use. It's definitely a fit things in when you can, and don't sleep much. So go from the time my feet hit the floor early in the morning until midnight or 1 o'clock, and then get up and do it. Like today was my day off, and I built a chicken coop and carved pumpkins. So
family day. That's right.
Absolutely.
Let's see. SD Design says, I saw your Instagram page, Rax, and saw a Retrosonic chorus. Are those any good?
Oh, dude. If you look at the Retrosonic website, on the chorus, I think they use my quote. I mean, I have used that ever since Tim developed it I think I got mine in like 2007, and it's tremendous. It really, really is. At the time, I had a real Roland CE1, and it was that sound, but a third of the footprint, way cheaper. I didn't have to plug it into the wall, and it wasn't noisy. So it's a great pedal. It's not that pristine sort of glassy, what you would think of as 80s chorus, but right. It's much more lush and sort of and warmer, because it was a circuit designed actually in the 70s. But it's a really cool sounding pedal. I love the vibrato setting on it too.
Nice, very cool. Hey, we got Tesi Switch in here. Hey, Rob, good to see you. Guitar Hack, Brian from Oregon. remember, folks, save 15% at Tesi Switch. Use coupon code Canucks to get all your kill switches and Keeley pedals and other stuff that's coming out involving possibly a Helix that we touched on earlier. So, an accessory of some kind, way, shape, or form. Awesome. Had a nice chat with Tesi. I'm waiting, actually, while I think of it, Rob, if you're still here, which I believe you are, since you just showed up, I will be talking to my buddy this coming week about getting your stuff into his store. So, there we go. Yes. He said he's been shipping to Canada so often. It'd be nice to have a retail outlet and let them take care of it. So,
no kidding.
Yeah.
I've been working on Long and McQuaid, but still haven't gotten anywhere yet.
Well, if you want, I can put you in touch with or contact my buddy. He's got 3 brick and mortar locations plus a web presence.
Absolutely. Say when.
Okay. We'll talk off there.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yep, for sure. Because I know he's always looking for new stuff too. So anyway, yes. So that's good for Rob, and I'll bank that away as well. And plus, we do refer to Long McQuaid as the Evil Empire in Canada. So.
Well, they are the Guitar Center of Canada. So
They are. And yeah, I think they have 4 times as many stores as the rest of the independents combined.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jimmy, just like GC here.
Yeah.
GC is a massive machine. It's I don't necessarily think I would call it the Evil Empire, but it was it's a big deal. Between GC and Sam Ash, they're a huge presence here.
Yeah. Hey, Aaron Cram. Good to see you. Aaron's saying, yeah, I know all about Guitar Center. He still works part-time at Guitar Center, so he knows. He's one of the few employees you can go into that can help. Yeah.
Yeah, I worked at Guitar Center Hollywood in the mid-90s.
Ah.
Still remember my employee number. That's something you won't forget ever.
Awesome. Hey, Jason Wade. He says, hey, gang. Hello, popping in to give some premium view. Ben knows what I mean. Yes, I do. You're a YouTube premium owner. You get paid by the minute.
That's awesome.
Aaron says, yeah, the flagship store. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. Let's see, I'm just looking for any questions there.
We have cookies and biscuits in the UK. Cookies would specifically be like a type of biscuit, usually like a chocolate chip or something like that. But then we've got other biscuits as well. Just so you know that one. And I think Rich asked a few minutes ago. It's the Firebird logo.
Oh, cool.
And he was asking what my logo was there.
Nice. I think everyone's talking about their Guitar Center IDs in the chat. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right.
That's awesome.
Yes. So keep those questions coming, folks. I'm trying to think at the moment here, and I'm drawing a blank. I'm not going to say because I've been partaking in beer for the last few hours, but I might have something to do with it. Okay, so obviously Rob's also a Guitar Center alumni. See, I feel bad because I've never worked in a guitar shop yet.
Oh my gosh, that I mean, I worked at Guitar Center and West LA Music in Los Angeles. I worked. I managed a little store in Marietta, Ohio, for a while. I gave guitar lessons in Morgantown, West Virginia, whenever I was in college at WVU at a little shop called DeVincent's. Yeah, I've definitely done my fair share of that.
All right, Aaron's asking if you happen to remember what your ID number was because he wants to see how low it was.
004793.
There you go. BC Rich 581 says, I've subsidized several music stores, but never worked in one.
My wife just said, you totally could have made that up. I didn't. I assure you.
You're getting responses. Damn, in the chat.
Yeah, low, way low. Most Guitar Center IDs now probably start with a 1. Same amount of digits, but they start with a 1.
Nice. Do you have a favorite NFL team?
Do I?
Yes.
No. I don't. I've never cared for football. Football was just it's just not my thing. Now, I love motorcycle racing, but that's about it as far as like watching anything organized.
I grew up around motorcycle racing. My uncle raced until I was 9 years old, I think. And we have a track just like half-hour east of here, and then another track an hour west. So I was at the races at least 6-7 times a year, every year. Hanging out in the pits. Like a 6-year-old should even be allowed in the pits. Right, jumping out and jumping back in. SD design. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's typing everything in double for you. See you, Guitar Hack. Yeah, your posts are still doubling, SE design.
Guitar Hack, take care, man.
Yeah, same. If you haven't subscribed to Guitar Hack already, please do. We're trying to get him to 1,000 subscribers. So, and thanks everyone that's new that's come on board here since we've passed 1,400 a couple weeks ago. And so get out those troll accounts because we're trying to get to 2,000.
I just passed 300 a few days ago. That's cool.
Nice.
Nice little milestone for me. Thanks, man.
Metalhead Hippie says, I lost my leg on a 61 hand ran over by a train coming back from Daytona in 88. Damn! Ouch.
Oh.
Ouch. Unfortunately, yeah, it was a crash
That's
that ended my
heavy-duty.
uncle's career, and then he went into just the exhaust systems after that. And now he's the largest exhaust manufacturer in Canada and one of the top, I think, in the world. So if you're familiar, if you're into bike racing, Brian, if you've ever heard of a Hindle exhaust system, HINDLE,
Okay.
that's my uncle.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Canadian Motorsport Hall of Fame, the whole shebang. Trying to hustle a KZ 1000 around road courses.
Jeez. Yeah, that particular bike was a big deal.
Yep. No fairings or anything on them. Just built for speed and.
Nope.
Let's see here. Okay, sure. SD design. Do it. UFOs exist? Yes, I believe so.
I've seen a few out here. We live out in the sticks in Tennessee, so.
All right. Keep them coming, folks. You have any questions there, Phil?
No, I'm fresh out of questions.
Fair enough. Just no thanks, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm trying to quit.
I like that.
I'm just fixated on the chat at the minute. It's really funny. UFOs talking about now.
Yeah, we got half the chat talking UFOs. The other ones have either worked at guitar shops and stuff. So a little bit of everything.
I worked at a guitar shop myself. I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of time working at a guitar shop, one day a week or something for just a bit of experience doing that. But it's not something I've ever done.
It's cool. It really is.
Yeah, it'd be nice to meet more. The word's like-minded individuals, isn't it? I mean, you're going to meet a few at a guitar shop, aren't you? So, and I get to play with different people and stuff. It'd be cool.
Yeah. Question: can I ask Brian about the guitar building course / school and what it covers?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, absolutely. So it's under Musicians Institute. So like whenever you think of MI, you think of like GIT, PIT, that kind of stuff. So, but this is the Guitarcraft Academy versions of it. They started it in '95 in Hollywood, and then about 5 years ago, opened a location here in Nashville. So we cover everything from design and construction of solid body electric guitars, as well as extensive repair and refrets. We've actually just started a new quarter with a fresh group of students. We just finished the first week on Friday, and they're learning how to properly set up an instrument. So this next week we will be showing, how to make a nut, how to remove frets, and how to basically do a full fret job. Then the second quarter is where you will build the guitar. So everything's built from rough lumber. No, we're not using, we're not buying bodies or necks or using kits or anything like that. Extensive, lectures on electronics. You'll wind and assemble your own pickups. Finishing as well. We have a really, really great paint booth. You'll learn how to shoot polyester, 2K polyurethane, nitrocellulose lacquer, learn a variety of finishes, metallics, sunbursts, translucents, oil finishes, that kind of stuff. And then there's a final third quarter where you make a dreadnought acoustic guitar from scratch, basically from rough lumber as well.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Very
it's a
cool.
full 9-month course.
Nice.
Yeah.
Texas Toe says we stopped by the class one night. Brian is doing the Lord's work.
Matt said he has wound exactly one set of pickups in his whole life, and that was at Roberto Venn whenever he went there.
Another question was, being in the Nashville area, have you ever actually met somebody from Nashville?
Oh, yeah, plenty. Believe it or not, they are rare, but they are not so rare that they, they're not Sasquatch like. But they,
Right.
I actually have a guy in my class right now that is a Nashville native, and one of our TAs at the school is a Nashville native as well.
Nice. And that does say something, because I would think especially like teachers and stuff, because we know it's the music industry, you would expect almost them to be nothing but out of towners, but you grow up around it. It's sort of like, there's got to be people from LA, people have kids while living in LA.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
SC Design's asking what time it is near me. It's just coming up to 2:30 in the morning, which is kind of just like the middle of the day for me, really.
Brax Stubblefield says, LOL, people are from Nashville. I drive by that school all the time.
Yeah.
Yes, very cool.
Yeah, we have some really, really great instructors there. Dave Johnson from Scale Model Guitars, Mark Lacey, who is one of the most premier archtop builders in the world. Marty Lanham, who owns Nashville Guitar Company, he works on stuff that doesn't exist, things that are just myth. He also helps keep up with Marty Stewart's extensive collection. Just recently, he got to restore a guitar that belonged to a country artist named Jimmy Rogers.
Oh,
Jimmy
wow.
Rogers is big. Yeah, he's referred to as the father of modern country music. If you're watching that PBS special that Ken Burns did, so this guitar is a I forget what year it is. It's early Martin. Early to the 20th century at least. So, but it's very, very cool. Every time Marty brings in a guitar to talk about or show to everybody, it's normally Like the cheap guitars he brings in are, $15,000.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, because he's been a collector of history since he's been around since he was a kid, right?
Oh, yeah. Marty Stewart started playing with Lester Flatt whenever he was 11 or 12.
Right. Mandolin player originally, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And a tremendous electric guitar player. My God.
Mm-hmm. I just love the fact I remember growing up, my dad played country in the mid 80s, and around that time the Nashville network started, or at least it was available here. And watching Nashville Tonight every night, I'd watch that before going to bed, 7th, 8th grade or what have you. And I just remember Marty Stewart would come out and he was, the last guy to wear the nudie suit. He had the hair, and just styling. And he could back it up, though. He was just bigger than life in every way, shape, or form.
Man, Marty looks like that if he's going to Walmart. I mean, he looks like that 24/7. Hair, the jacket, the scarf, the whole bit. That's just who he is.
Right. Nothing wrong with that.
No, heck no.
That's right. Todd Flower said Marty Stewart has the B bender.
Yes, he does. He has Clarence White's original B bender, and called Clarence. It's a Telecaster that has 2 tele bodies bolted together. It's what would that be? 3.5 inches thick. It's really, really heavy, as you would imagine. I hear all these guys talk about a guitar that weighs 8.5 pounds, saying, "Well, it's too heavy." Like, for real? Yeah. My God! I told somebody at Summer NAMM the next NAMM show that I do, I'm gonna put a hook with a little sign that says you can hang your purse here, because I'm so sick of guys complaining about the weight of a guitar. If it's more than 8.5 pounds, I don't want to play it. Well, then man, you need to hire a personal trainer or maybe a nutritionist. Just get out, go for a walk or something, get some exercise. You can be able to.
Yeah. Either way, the way I see it is like when I was playing 4 sets a night, my back was screwed no matter what guitar I had on me. So an extra couple of pounds didn't matter.
Man, doing a 10-2 with my 77 Les Paul Standard was like nothing. We doing 7-hour production rehearsals using that Gibson double neck. Whenever I was doing gigs with Keith, that's just what you did,
right? Exactly. Yeah, Tesi just said I have a 12-pound Les Paul Custom. Use a wide strap.
Yeah, she's a wide strap.
Exactly.
Damn right.
Said, it's all transplants where he is in Mount Juliet.
Ah, cool.
Exactly. Then again, I found the last couple of years gigging, my back was screwed by load in anyway. So
real. Yeah.
What amp you're bringing? The lightest one.
You know what? I'm so not that guy. I brought this last gig that we did with my wife. I took my matchless HC30 head and a little Bogner Cube 112 because the two of us just took our little car. But typically, if I could do a gig, I'm taking my 83 JCM 800 Marshall and a 412 cabinet every time. Doesn't matter.
I can see that. Yeah, I gigged with the Fender half stack for a few years, so I get it. Unfortunately, it's solid state, so at least the head was a bit lighter.
Right. Yeah, well, all I wanted when I was 14 years old was a 100-watt Marshall, and I told somebody that the other day, and they said, "Well, man, that's really heavy." And I was like, "Yeah, I knew that. I didn't care. All I wanted was that amp."
And especially if you're using your amp for dirt, you don't have a choice. You need that head.
No, it was just this great big, and I was never that I played super loud. It was just something about that sound. That sound is ingrained in my DNA. As a matter of fact, this tattoo that you can't really see is the schematic to that JCM 800 Marshall.
Nice.
Yeah, heavy duty nerddom.
My sister is back.
Yeah,
She finished baking the pie for tomorrow. Awesome.
Nice.
I'm already thinking about it. Hey, Dwight Bailey. Good to see you. So he was at a car show. Saw a DeLorean there. Very cool.
Nice.
Rob said,
many of those
guitar, find an old BC Rich acrylic Warlock.
Wow.
And of course, that would probably be the only Warlock you'd ever own that didn't have chipped edges.
True.
The guy sent me an ad yesterday. He goes, "Hey, I found this deal on a cheap Warlock. It was just has some chips on the edges." I'm like, they all have chips on the edges.
Yes, every last one of them.
Of course, I think I've only ever seen one Warlock actually in a hard shell case. Every other time, gig bag. I'm like, of course it's in a gig bag.
Yeah, the Warlock it's a massive case. Warlock, the Mockingbird, the Ironbird has a huge case.
Yep. You show up with that, people are like, so are you the keyboard player? No, it's a guitar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you showed up to a gig with a BC Rich Ironbird, the first thing that everybody's probably going to wonder is if you're a Poison tribute band.
Yep. I don't know. I played a lot of gigs where there was always at least a couple bands rocking King V's, so I'm used to seeing the large cases around.
Totally.
See a metalhead
Yes,
hippie? SD Design's wondering what your favorite delays and reverbs are.
Mine?
Yeah.
Really boring ones. I've always loved Boss delay pedals because they work and I can buy them everywhere.
Mm.
The reverb, I don't use reverb live. It gets in the way. It's too washy. In the studio, usually I just save that kind of stuff for whatever's there. I'm definitely not like a spacey kind of shoegazy, soundscape kind of cat. I was always in bands that, you use delay just to maybe open up your sound a little bit. But yeah, I like the Boss delay pedals. I'm sure there's great ones out there. I know I've seen like Strymon and all that kind of stuff, but the getting like cork sniffery over that kind of thing has never really mattered to me so much. I always was more concerned about with my core tone. Like what's the amp sound like? Does that core sound right for the song? And then everything else is just sort of grease that goes on top of it.
Nice. And my sister just started following you on Instagram.
Nice.
Awesome, sis. Very cool. Very cool. I use, I'm trying to think. I use a bit of reverb live, but of course you're adjusting it to the room. If it's a big room that has a lot of natural reverb, yeah, you got to cut that to basically nothing.
Yeah. It really does get, unless it's if I was playing in a rockabilly band, I might, or if I was playing in a surf band where I really had to have that drip thing. But just for playing like, standard rock, classic rock stuff, or even the modern country stuff that I did here in town, there was never any room for it, particularly the modern country stuff, because there's no room for it in the mix. You'd never hear it. Yeah. There's so much garbage going on. So.
Right. When you were doing some of the bigger stuff, like how many players were on, like how many pieces were in the bands?
Usually 5 to 6.
That's what I was thinking. Okay. Yeah, sort of one of those, because I would think like someone like Keith, you would have a band backing you that you could play if you wanted to, but he didn't have to play to fill out the mix. Like he could basically sing and then grab the guitar for, pull it up to play a lead lick or what have you.
He could, but he was very much a part of the band. Like what he was doing mattered. You know what I mean? I'd been in played for other artists where if they had a guitar on, it was much more of a prop kind of situation. But Keith was definitely in the band. Everything that he played was a designated part, and everyone there had a part to play.
Very cool. Do you have a favorite steel guitar player since you're based in the greater Nashville area?
My dad.
Nice.
Yeah, my dad's a steel player. My second favorite steel player would be Paul Franklin.
Okay.
I just love that guy. Not even some playing. I just love him.
Very cool. Very cool. That's one instrument I've always wanted to learn. So complex.
Man, Paul will tell you that playing the pedal steel guitar is like juggling while standing up in a canoe. It is a challenge, to say the least. I have one, and I have done gigs and sessions with them, but I am no means a pedal steel player. I am better than Ronnie Wood, but I am not a pedal steel player at all.
Well, Ronnie doesn't set the bar too high. He does an adequate job. That's what I strive for.
Nah, man, I love that guy anyway.
Yeah, he's one of my biggest influences as a player. And I didn't realize it until about 5 years ago. And all of a sudden I'm like, holy crap, I just want to be Ronnie Wood.
Exactly.
That's true, Rob. He says if you watch a pedal steel guy who's really good, they make it look like it's easy. Exactly.
Oh, completely.
Yeah. I was always a fan, and then I saw a band play. It was a bass player from a major alternative band here in Canada in the 90s, and he had put together his own band he was fronting, and he came out for sound check, and he's got a full pedal board with with a pedal steel, and he turns on a tube screamer and a phase 90 into a Marshall and starts playing the gospel song "I Saw the Light" as an instrumental. And I had goosebumps. I went, what is this? This is amazing. And it was pedal steel rock and roll, he called it.
Yeah.
Todd Flowers mentions Robert Randolph. Nice. All right, guys, keep that stuff coming. We got some great questions here tonight. I'm digging this. This is fun. We got 49 people watching. Unknown number of thumbs ups. Leave a thumbs up if you haven't already, folks. And also, if you're new, please subscribe. And Terry's been plugging the merch. Yeah, get some merch if you want. Terry's also been putting up your stuff, Brian, as far as YouTube channel, website, etc.
Cool.
We got 48 thumbs up.
Oh, nice.
48 thumbs ups.
Yes, Brian Landreth. Lunatic Fringe does have pedal steel in it. Because I had to figure out how we were going to cover that when we covered Lunatic Fringe, and then I just used regular slide for some of the stuff.
SD Designs asking my favorite delays and reverbs. If I'm using reverb, it's usually just whatever's in an amp. Any amp that I have will have a reverb in it usually. But likewise with Brian, if I'm doing anything that's going to be live or particularly gainy, I'd rather have that control on the floor and just use a delay. At which point it would be like just a tape delay, just a very good sounding tape delay. Sometimes I'll switch to analog, but I like tape usually.
Nice. Hey, Marsman, good to see you. He says, John Anderson, steel player. Glenn Reef is a killer player and a childhood friend of mine. Man, I love John Anderson, but man, I think as a singer, he was a sound man's nightmare.
We've got a few people jumping in here.
Hey, Braxel, Gussie Wells.
Yeah, hey, Gussie, man.
There's a one. Tom Harhigh is asking, Brian, how about naming off some of your favorite musicians or guitarists, or what are you listening to now?
Ask me that again, I'm sorry?
Can you name off some of your favorite guitar players, or maybe something you're listening to these days?
Oh man. Initially, favorite guitar players would be Joe Walsh, George Lynch, Jakey Lee, Albert Lee, my wife. She's insisting I say that. Ray Flack, and then Paul Gilbert. The guys that I'm listening to now are actually really old guys that are dead, like Les Paul, Jimmy Bryant. Things that I haven't played before. All that sort of old school jazz and Western swing things that I doesn't make sense in my head. I can't hear it immediately and know how it works. Like whenever I listen to classic rock or metal, even modern metal, and country, I can hear it and know exactly how it works and how to approach whatever that kind of thing would be, that playing style. But the jazz and particularly Western swing, man, it's a different planet. And I have been so fascinated with it lately.
Nice. Gussie says he tried to post this earlier, but didn't go through it. He says, Brian is my kind of guy, loves a 70s heavy Les Paul and a 4x12 cab. Speaks my language.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Nice. I just, in the last week or so, started revisiting Jay Mascis as a guitar player. And as simple as a Dinosaur Jr. song sounds, I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Let alone his leads. Forget about it. It's just because I'm so rooted in blues and rockabilly that I'm like, yeah, I can't do that. I love it.
Sure.
I can't do it.
Sure.
SD Designs, have I ever tried a Dunlop EP103 Echoplex delay pedal? I have not, but I would like to get one. I would definitely like to get one. And Aaron says, Jay Mascis is my hero. I know he is, Aaron. I know. That's one of the things we bonded over. Driving down from Chicago down to Nashville. We're looking for music that we both had in common. I'm like, Dinosaur Jr.? He's like, hit it up.
Perfect.
And Gussie Wells has subscribed to you as well, Brian. Nice.
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
My niece asked about Voivod. I never got really into Voivod myself. I had a chance to see them live when they were touring, opening for Rush, but I never. Unfortunately, I had exams.
The biggest thing I remember from Voivod is that they actually played the theme song to Headbangers Ball on MTV.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just remember even in Canada, their biggest hit was a cover song. It was their cover of, was it Astronomy Do Mine?
Yeah, the theme song whenever Ricky Rackman was hosting Headbangers Ball on MTV like 1,000 years ago. That was Voivod.
Okay, fair enough. Sandra, hello, and welcome back, Laz. Tom Harris says, I met Jay Mascis on his last tour.
I have got to get out of here.
Okay, fair enough. We're going to wrap up in a few anyhow. But definitely, thanks for coming on. Do you have anything to add?
Not just follow me on Instagram. My website is nutterguitars.com, N-U-T-T-E-R guitars.com. If you hit me up at Brian, Brian, at nutterguitars.com. That's my email address. And if you're into, guitars that look like George Jetson should be in a rock and roll band, then I'm your guy.
Very much so. I can attest. Great stuff. And definitely, well, thanks for coming on. We should do it again sometime. And totally. I will send you a message tomorrow about getting your stuff here into the Great White North.
That'd be great. Feels good to meet you, my friend.
Yeah, it's cool hanging with you, man.
And I will give you a big hug when I see you in January, Brian.
Great.
Have a good one, man.
Take care, Brian.
Thanks, bud.
Awesome. Everyone's saying farewell and such. There we go. And then there were two. Oh, see you, Neil. And sorry I didn't say hi earlier. I saw you in here. Dinner time for him. Laz is unboxing the Vermin tonight. Ooh, bastard. I'm so jealous. See you, George. I figure we'll wrap up in another 10 minutes. We'll take it to the top of the hour. Sound good, Mr. Moseley? A.K.A. Cat?
I count.
Awesome. Yeah, so Brian Nutter, folks. Pretty cool. He felt really bad. He's like, oh my God, I totally forgot. In the text, I'm like, dude, you can jump in another time. But by the time I sent off the message, he was already jumping in. So that was awesome.
That's cool.
Yes, for just a little bit of backup, when we're referring to Keith all the time, folks, we're talking about Keith Urban. He also played guitar for like Amanda Wilkinson. You may have heard of Taylor Swift. He was her first guitar player, I believe. So, hey, Hugh Caldwell.
Hey, Hugh. How you doing, man?
Yeah, super nice guy. I don't know if Matt from Texas Toast is still in here. He did a meet and greet, and that's where I met Brian, at the meet and greet. So very cool. And apparently you're the wind beneath Aaron's wings.
He's been leaving little nice little messages to me all night. Thank you, Aaron.
Awesome. Oh, there's Matt, one of my favorite guys. Yeah, thank you for inviting him to that meet and greet. That was awesome. I'm glad that kind of connected. Awesome. A thumbs up from Sandra. Thank you very much. So yes. Any last minute questions, folks? We'll probably wrap it up, like say, in a few minutes here, and allow fellow Canucks to get back to Thanksgiving weekend, or if there's a late football game or something the Americans like to watch, and well, you UK folks can just get some sleep, you know. Terry says Brian's awesome. Saw him when Matt had him on their live stream on Texas Toast. Yeah. Thank you, Gussie. Yeah, we're trying to get to $2,000. We're trying. And thank you, Les, for the birthday greens. See, Fruitcake Tony, we're here still. You missed Brian Nutter, but yes, Aaron, call me around lunchtime tomorrow. Will be awesome. Would you please get Corey Hart on? I would love to have Corey Hart on, but I think he's a little bit too big for me. All right. See you, Matt. Thanks for tuning in, buddy.
It's okay, man.
Another great guitar builder, which I believe Ryan from 60 Cycle Hum just in the last couple of days posted his interview with Matt from Summer NAMM, which again, instead of my interviews, which are about 3 minutes, Ryan does like 23 minutes.
Yeah, fabric tops I find really inspiring. Actually, the from Texas.
Oh, they're amazing.
I've got an old Junker guitar that's just screaming to have a new finish on, but I don't know if I should risk tackling a fabric top. I'll just mess it up. SC Design's asking what my other hobbies are. Do I play golf or billiards? No, not really. I'm just into music. That's pretty much all I do.
Right.
Don't do many sports or anything.
Let's see. Brian Landry says, somebody asked me what pedals I used on that video I posted. All of them. Cut off shorts cam. I don't remember that, Aaron.
Amanda's saying she doesn't know why us folk keep her around.
We keep you for your loveliness, Amanda. Go watch it. Hilarious. Okay, fair enough. See you, Thomas. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Yes, Krell Bar for a little bit. I was on the 60 Cycle Texas Toast vid. Okay. I didn't watch the video, I'll be honest. Sorry, Ryan, if you're watching. I didn't watch your video because I interviewed him myself. So, I talked to Matt on occasion. So, You got a room in your new place to put all your music stuff. I have several rooms. Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yes. Main living room, which will also be studio space, bedroom. There's also looks like the previous owner had a wood shop in the basement as well. So the wood shop will just become my guitar repair workshop.
Yeah, that room. Nice.
Damn, Laz. What's your NAMM plan, Ben? How are you going to hit up all the awesome stuff there? Any guesses on new gear releases? All right. I am going to hit as much stuff as possible. It won't be the same as Summer NAMM. Summer NAMM, Aaron and I went off our own ways. We'll probably stay closer together to the chaos of Winter NAMM so he can be my cameraman. Right, Aaron? No 20-minute conversations. We got to keep moving. Yeah, as far as new gear, yeah, I think we're going to see some Epiphones with Gibson headstocks. Off the top of my head.
This is the thing that I've been meaning to raise, actually. I don't think it's the Gibson headstock. It's this headstock that they're putting on the Les Pauls now. It's not a Gibson headstock. It's the original Epiphone Dovewing headstock.
Okay, so an even more bold Epiphone style.
So
it was a shortened Epiphone headstock before, right?
Yeah, it was. And then they had like a clipped ear sort of things on the Les Paul ones, didn't they? Which nobody liked. I quite like this headstock, but this is the proper Epiphone headstock. Right. I have no idea why they made them on the SG and the Les Paul cut them off, but I mean, you know, I'm not an authority on all things Gibson, but as far as I've read, that's the headstock that they'll now be getting. And I really like this one. I think this is a nice headstock. Yeah. Really stylish.
Half Ace. Hello, buddy. Hey, Ben, this isn't a joke. Are the new pornographers popular up there? Yes, they've always had a following since they were playing bars. They still play a bit here and there, I think. I could be wrong. Whole house is for music stuff. Whole garage is for machine tools. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Aaron says he thinks we'll see pedals that make noise and guitars that plug into amps.
Especially if we go in the basement. There's some, like I say, it's chaos down. It's crazy down there. So and we're going to run into a lot of people. A lot of people. You cannot, you can't walk more than 30 feet without either seeing a YouTuber, somebody who works for a manufacturer, or a full-blown rock star. It's just, that's the way it is. It's nuts. Do you think you'll see any people? We'll see a lot of people, Tom. I'm curious to see who I'll see that I didn't know then that I know now, if that makes sense. You know, like, I didn't really follow RJ Ronquillo until after NAMM. So if I had seen him at Winter NAMM, I wouldn't have known who he was. Just as an instance. Aaron says he's going to take off his pants and start a revolution while we're there. And security will kick you out. No, we'll just go hang out at the Friedman booth and take advantage of their bar. SD Design says, I met 60 Cycle Hum here at San Diego Guitar Center last month. Very cool. How about doing it day 3, Aaron? Because we're not showing up day 4. You can do it at the end of day 3. Because remember, we are trying to do business there. Even though I'm half in the bag by noon, I still try to do business there. Or at least I try. Like I say, I try. Don't succeed, but I try. I want to visit the Morgan amp booth at Winter NAMM. It'll be in the same spot as the Friedman booth. That's all part of boutique amp design. Or boutique amp distribution. That's it. Because they do Friedman, Soldano, Morgan, Wampler pedals. I think Matthews pedals were there as well. Somebody else that I'm forgetting. Most of the stuff, it's all there. It's all in one area, which is really cool. And that's kind of a center thing because all the pro guys are coming to check out all that, you know, the Morgans, the Soldanos, the Friedmans. So it's amazing who shows up in those booths. And then there's certain times you can't even get into the booth. Why? Because Jerry Control's hanging out, you know? Laz says, cancel, start a revolution. I have a similar story with Johnny Bean. He's at the end of one of my videos. You can see he's wearing his backpack. 100% sure that's him. I'll have to check that out because I know what Johnny was wearing each day because we were hanging out most days. So definitely I'll check that out. My knees hurt. Is there an entry fee for NAMM? No. It's not open to the public, though. You have to apply for a pass through a music store or a manufacturer. But it's funny. I don't know about you, Phil, but when I watch coverage of NAMM videos or GitCon or any of these events, I spend more of the time watching the background than the one or two primary people. Because it's like, there's it's like the best was somebody was making videos for the Tone King last year because he couldn't make it to NAMM. So it's the Tone King's EVH video, and you can hear JJ and me talking in the video. So I don't know who was shooting videos for him because it wasn't like I was talking to the person shooting the video. But at first I was like, is that me I could hear in the video? And then all of a sudden you hear the laugh from JJ or something to what I said and went, yep, that's us.
That's funny. SD Design's asking if I play just the guitar. What about synth or piano? The first instrument I started learning was the keyboard, but I didn't really take it very seriously. The first instrument I took seriously was with the drums, and I've since learned some more keyboard skills. But yeah, so drums, keyboard, guitar, and a little bit of bass.
Nice.
I'll use all of those skills to make my backing tracks. So come in handy.
EVH video of Winter NAMM. I'll send you a link. Thanks, Laz. I will check that out after this.
Cool.
Because that'd be funny, yeah. Because that's where I met Johnny and everybody. I'm surprised. Actually, I might have even seen you, Laz, or you saw me, but we didn't really know each other at the time. Again, same deal, Or Brian from Oregon just randomly walked up to me in one of the booths. He's like, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "Hi, you know who the hell I am?" All right, and while I'm thinking of it, what do you have future planned as far as videos are coming out, Phil? Backing tracks, any demos?
Yeah, still got the backing tracks. I'll be doing a bit more of an in-depth demo video on the two Kramers that I've got. I'm still waiting for some stuff for that. But yeah, weekly or fortnightly backing tracks, depending on how much time I have in the week. And my Monday night live shows, I'm sticking to a schedule now, so it'll be every Monday night, 2 a.m. in the UK, my time, 9 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. Pacific.
Right.
And
I will definitely try to catch it when I can. But like last week, I was like, you know what? Honestly, Phil, you got a few moderators. Pete Thorne has one, So I was like, all right, do my thing.
Yeah,
and same as with PJ and the Beard. I'll try to catch you guys as well here and there. I'll be tuning in every other week, and I'll try to balance between the two. Because, like you say, there's only so many hours in the day, right? But I love what you're doing, man. You've got the virtual pub thing going on. You're on after hours with me and stuff. I like it. So.
Yeah, virtual pubs, some live jams. I'll be checking out my pedal board tomorrow night. So I've set up my second camera, and there's actually a light there now as well, so I can show you all how I use my. So
it will be like a Quentin rundown where I know you can't see it, but trust me, this effect is right there.
Yeah, in fact, so Aaron, I know you're interested in the Boss ES8 switching system, so I'll be showing that off in its full glory tomorrow night if you're interested, and how I use it with sending MIDI signals and stuff like that.
Nice. Thrash Metal says less mods the better. To a point. Marlin Music Channel, hello. Welcome. We're just about to wrap things up. Yes. So you're on in approximately 23 hours. I'm back on in 22 hours. We have an unboxing, which is off camera over there. I think so. Oh, no, you can see it right there. Whoop, there.
Yeah, just about.
We know what it is since the person who sent it asked if it had arrived. So those who know. And if you don't, well, hey, we'll open up tomorrow so we have an unboxing. And I'll probably be doing the show solo tomorrow, so I'll be playing some tunes as well. So we'll get into that. And then afterwards, we got Phil Moseley doing his thing, which very similar. Some play-in, some Q&A, some beverages being imbibed. Yes. So
all the cool stuff that we enjoy.
You got to tune in tomorrow, Aaron. He says, open her up. Let's have a gander. Nope, tomorrow. So I think on that note, we should probably wrap things up. See you, Zach, by the way. He says,
Okay, Zach.
out of here. So, yes, until tomorrow, thanks Brad Miller that came on at the beginning of the show, and Phil, obviously, and Brian Nutter for coming on. Hopefully we'll have him back soon as well. And as I always say, folks, hold those doors open. Let that guy in ahead of you in traffic. Do good things, and good things will happen to you. Karma's real. I'm living the dream. Phil's living the dream. We know Brian's living the dream, and I think Brad's living the dream. Hope you are too, folks. Be good to each other and rock on.
Take care, all.